My name is Josh Fredendall. I'm a fifth-year redshirt senior. I'm a pitcher and play for the University of Washington.
I'm Jeff Brigham. I'm a redshirt junior. I'm also a pitcher, and I play for the University of Washington.
My injury initially happened May 20th, 2012. I was pitching down at Arizona State. Had been having a pretty good season up until that point. Go out there and on the 7th warm-up pitch before the inning that I was supposed to start pitching in, I felt the pop in the back of my elbow. Didn't know what it was. So kept on pitching. Threw about 9 more pitches, got an out, someone got on base, and got to the back of the mound and found out that I couldn't straighten out my arm anymore. So they took me out of the game. A couple days later, got diagnosed that I had broken the bone back there, the olecranon, and started the journey of rehab and taking care of myself. Took about 8 to 10 weeks. Got cleared to throw again shortly after that, and a couple days in my throwing program, just felt a lot of discomfort in my elbow. So I went and saw a doctor down in California, and he diagnosed that I needed Tommy John and a screw to completely fuse that fracture.
My problems with my arm began in the summer of 2011. After my freshman year, I went down to Bend, Oregon to throw and came down with some arm pain, and I took a couple weeks off and came back and was able to finish that summer there. But when I got back to school, I started feeling the same type of arm problems in my elbow in October, and got probably 2 or 3 MRIs, a bone scan, x-rays, just the whole 9 yards on my arm, and couldn't find anything. And it was the most frustrating experience of my life, just not being able to throw because my arm hurt and not being able to find anything. So people thinking I might be faking it. I'm thinking I'm faking it. And then finally I said, I'm gonna throw. Took some ibuprofen, a lot of ibuprofen, and just threw and got back into it, and just basically toughing out the season with my arm kind of hurting and trying to give what I had to the team, hoping to help them in some way, shape, or form. Got another MRI, found out my elbow was 95% torn. Once I found out I was getting my surgery, I kind of gave him a call, and he was definitely there for me. And I knew something was wrong with his elbow, and I wanted to be there for him. And once I found out he was getting surgery too, part of me was, sad for him. But at the same time, I knew I was going to have somebody to go through the process with. And I wanted him to go play, but it was nice to have somebody to push me through this rehab process. He's been there this entire time, and I know I wouldn't be back right now without him. When we began rehabbing together, we go to the training room together, spend 1.5 hours, 2 hours just rehabbing. Whether or not we're in a bad mood or not, headphones in, headphones out, pushing each other, with all the trainers knowing us and kind of getting annoyed with us. We're getting annoyed with each other, annoyed with ourselves. We rehab probably for a year straight, at least 1.5 hours, 2 hours every single day together. And it was just a grind, a process.
I think that we can both come all the way back from this injury and prove to people who thought that maybe, they're taking a long time to recover, or things aren't really going right, or whatever the case may be. We kind of got a chip on our shoulder too. It's been long enough since we've played baseball for a sustained amount of time, and I think that we can both make something really special of this situation. I feel pretty good right now. Coming back from that, the recovery went really well. Throwing program has been going really well, so it's only up from here.
I'm currently 17.5 months out of my surgery and just finished my first start last week, and I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at, and arm's only getting stronger from here.
It's been quite the ride, and spending this much time together, we've grown together. We're best of friends. I couldn't ask for anybody else that I want to go through this with.